That last video got quite a lot of interest, so I thought I would finish off any jobs that I didn't finish the first time round, answer some common questions, and tell you what I'd do differently. To start with, we're gonna replace the grips because I put those on in a bit of a rush, and I really wasn't happy with the quality of the bar tape. A few people said they wanted to see it with mudguards. I wanted to see it with mudguards as well. The old ones didn't fit anymore, the tyres are too wide. So I got some new ones, some SKS Bluemels, I think they're called. Yeah, so let's go do that. The grip tape I'm taking off now is Dida grip tape. And the issue I was having was it felt like it didn't have a lot of stretch in it. I was really pulling on it, but I seemed to be getting a lot of crinkles around the bends. I'm sure the grip tape's absolutely fine and it was just user error. However, the Fizik grip tape seemed to go on a lot easier and it just felt nicer. It was a little thicker than I thought it was going to be, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with the final look there. Look at me unboxing that, so innocent, like a kid on Christmas. Little did I know what was coming up. So these are the SKS Bluemels Mudguards. They're wider than the original ones, but as a result, they didn't really fit in the frame. So you can see me filing the edges down. So they're fitting a bit better. I gotta be honest with you, I really did not enjoy fitting these mudguards because it takes a lot of fiddling to get them lined up so they don't rub on the tyres. These mudguards are the right width, but it still seemed very close, and you have to put them on, get them all set up, then you have to take them off again so you can cut down the metal runners there, the bits that I'm marking right now. I'm not sure really what you call them. So you've got to take it all apart again, all that hard work's undone, and then you've got to try and get it set up again. To top it off, it was freezing outside, and I really wish I had a vise and a grinder. That would make that job so much easier. I got there in the end though, and let's listen to the sound of no tyres rubbing. Music to my ears. Now let's do that all over again on the back wheel. I could use the excuse that this is the first time that I'm fitting mudguards, but they're mudguards, it's not rocket science. I'm pretty sure it's so hard because the tyres only just fit in, so realistically I haven't got enough room for mudguards, but I just really wanted them. You can get mudguards that are way easier to fit, but generally they have less coverage and I can't just jump on, wear my casual clothes and not worry about them getting wet. These will also be solid as well, so they're not going to move around when I'm cycling. The mudguards also came with these little rubber covers to go over the nuts, but I'm not entirely sure if I like the look of them. What do you think? So this is the final product with the mudguards fitted. I like the look of it. I'm not sure if I prefer it with or without the mudguards, but they don't look that bad. They're going to do the job. It just needs one final thing. A Slowworms sticker. Could have been a bit straighter, but never mind. I can hear that digger coming. Can I have silence in the studio? We've come inside because it's raining constantly. I thought we'd do a price breakdown of how much everything cost me because that seems to be a common question. So the bike is a Dawes Easy Street from the 1990s. That was £40. The chain is a Shimano just standard 9-speed, and that's £15. The cables are just standard Shimano cables. They were £30. The link cable is like a knockoff Shimano one from eBay, which was £1.49. The cable hanger on the front was Tektro. That was £7.49. The rear derailleur is a Shimano Alivio RDM 4000. That was £24.99. The cassette is a 12 to 36 Alivio. That was £21.99. The wheels are MACH 1 RJ Project, which I've never heard of. They're second-hand off Facebook Marketplace. They're £35. The bearings, the new wheel bearings, they're $364. This is the most expensive part. The tyres, which are Panaracer Gravelking SK 43mm, were £31 each, so 62 for two of them. And they were expensive. You can definitely get tyres for cheaper than that, but I really like those Panaracer tyres, and that's like part of the reason why I wanted to do the bike build in the first place. Handlebars, they're GT DropTune RS. They're £22.70. You can only actually get those handlebars on a certain GT bike. It might be called a grade or something like that. So I don't think you can get those separately. The stem is an Easton EA30. That cost me £3.20, and I feel rude that I bought them so cheaply off the person off eBay. Sorry to you. The stem adapter is just a brandless one from eBay, which was £12.95. Grip tape is by Fizik, it's Microtex, and they were £17.99, which I thought was quite a lot. Turns out grip tape is, keep calling it grip tape, bar tape is actually quite expensive. The shifters are Sora, they were second hand. They're ST3500, they were £50. The pedals were HT components, they were £34.99. The cranks were FSA Alpha Drive, They came off my old bike, but you can get them for around £30. Obviously I didn't pay that because they came off my old bike. The saddle is by Charge. It's called the Spoon. That was £30 as well. That was also off an old bike. And the mudguards are SKS Bluemels, and they were £32.18. So that's actually quite a lot of money. Shall I add it all up now?
Yeah.
Right. Actually, can I read out the prices and you add it up?
£620.
Shut up.
No, not really.
Oh.
£450.61.
That's a lot. That's actually a lot of money. That's a lot more than I was expecting it was going to be. £450.61. I'd like to stop you there, Jack, because you can't count, and it's actually £475.61. A bit more. But I didn't pay that for it because the saddle I didn't buy, that was around 30. The cranks I didn't buy, they were around 30. Well, I did buy, but indirectly. You could obviously do it way cheaper than that as well. But what do you need to actually make it into a gravel bike? You need, let me think about this. Right, so all you need is the bike, so 40 plus drop handlebar, so 2270 plus the stem 320 plus the stem adapter 1295 plus the shifters 50 128.85. So that number again, because it didn't come out of my mouth very well, was £128.85. Yeah, I don't see why you can do it for that price, because you don't really need the big fat tyres. You can make do with the tyres you've already got on it. That could be a good starting point, and then you add components later on. Like, I didn't really need to get the new rear derailleur, cassette, cranks, chunky tyres, mudguards. You don't really need a new saddle. It's just I prefer the look of this saddle. Oh, you do need bar tape as well, so let's add that on. £146.84. That sounds reasonable. That's pretty budget. So carrying on, what would I change? I'd change the rear cassette. I'd go for a bigger range rear cassette. I think it's Sunrace. They make, this rear cassette is 12 to 36. I think Sunrace do one that's something ridiculous, like 11 to 50. Or, I think it's 11 to 50 or 12 to 50. You'd also need to get a different rear derailleur, but Sunrace also make, I think it's called the M9 for that, or X9. It's more money. It's probably about double the price. So that'd make it even more expensive, but it's just such a big range, and it's still 9-speed. It's ridiculous. So maybe I'll do that later on. Didn't have the money at the time, so I don't know if I would change it actually. Lots of people are asking, why don't I put mini V brakes on? Because they will brake way better than cantilever brakes. But I really like cantilever brakes. I don't like the look of V brakes. I think cantilever brakes look way better. Although those ones probably aren't the best, they do brake, they still brake. And I might upgrade them to the Cyclocross ones that Shimano made probably about 6 years ago. I don't think they make them anymore, but you can get some old stock still from some websites. Mudguards, I put the mudguards on as well. They were horrible to put on. I really didn't enjoy putting those on. That was probably the worst job I've ever done on a bike. Just because you have to put them on, take them off, chop bits down, and they just take so much adjusting. There's not really enough room for mudguards because I went for stupidly big tyres, but never mind. They fit on now, and I'm glad I got them on. It's just such a horrible job to put them on. If you have any other questions, then please ask in the comments. I think I've answered the most common ones. Obviously, you could get parts cheaper than the parts that I've got, and you could get parts more expensive as well. It just takes a bit of digging around. It depends how much time you've got, because for me, I built up the parts over quite a long time, and then right at the end, I just got really impatient and just ended up splurging out on a few things. If you want to see more bike builds and you've got any suggestions for bikes that you'd like to see me build, then please leave a comment and let me know. I've got a couple of plans already. One of them is going to build a bike for my girlfriend Hannah. The other one, I sort of want a bike with flat bars as well. It sounds stupid because I just made a flat barred bike into a drop handlebar bike, but maybe I'll get a drop handlebar bike and make it into a flat bar bike or something. I don't know. That's just throwing ideas out there. I'm spitballing. Okay, right. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, dislike it. Subscribe and comment. I've already said to comment, and see you in the next video.